Good afternoon all. Saturday and no sun. Makes perfect sense it being the summer holidays. I'm sure that's what it was like when I was a child. Don't you just love this colour? And the fact that you've got a two-tone roof as well. So the new Suzuki Vitara hybrid. We should have gone to the launch, but certain things transpired and that just wasn't possible. So Suzuki have given us this for about, I think it's another 2 or 3 days. And we've driven it a fair few miles already. Thank you for the thumbs up. So this is a hybrid powertrain. And get this, no turbocharger either. So a naturally aspirated 1.5. Hello, Matt. Yeah, the colours. Well, the colour palette of Suzuki cars is pretty cool anyway. But the fact that you've got this kind of colour and then like a golden sun, and I'm sure there's more technical names, but they stand out. And I don't think I've ever seen this colour. Hi, Dave. How you doing? So yeah, this one's around 30 grand, but the range starts at just under 25,000. And you can option up with an urban pack, a Kuro pack, and that gives you things like matte black styling. So Suzuki are really pulling it out of the bag. Yeah, very well, thank you. Just enjoying, oh, there is a bit of sun now, so that's something. Annabelle's about to do a women's perspective as well. So that's going to be a new section. So it'll be a fully Annabelle orientated video. So yeah, rather exciting day. Oh, I like the styling on a Vitara. Decent size too. You'll likely notice it's changed since the previous gen. I've used it a couple of times, but no, it's not a frequent user of mine, to be honest. I might start using it if there's a reason to. No, they have, Matt. They've got far more refined and they've got a little more daring. I think their new ad campaign is different, and that's it. Suzuki's are a bit different. Just look at an Ignis. Full of safety as well. So this is actually the Jimny engine, and it's got an electric motor. But as I mentioned, no turbocharger, but it's still nippy. And it boggles the mind. Boggles. It's like Demolition Man. What's your boggle? Anyway, I do like the S-Cross, yeah. I've driven a number of those. And yeah, I still can't get this, to be honest. It says 0 to 16 in 13.5 seconds, which sounds horrendously slow. But it's only the changes, which is weird. Because when you floor it, yeah, it feels a bit CVT. Keyless entry, by the way. And this is the SZ5. But look, an auto box. But you do get paddles on the back of the steering wheel. But it's an interesting drive. If you put your foot down and you've not got it in eco mode, which is there, then I don't quite understand it, but it's quite spirited. But it does it in a kind of CVT way. You have to drive one to actually know what I'm talking about. Full review, good question. Well, I'm currently working on the Q4, then there's the GV60, then there's the Kia Sportage, and then there's the Honda Jazz Style. So it's fifth in line. Eek. I better catch up. I mean, tomorrow or tonight, I don't know which yet, I've got a Kia Ceed review coming out with a road trip, which was the CV show. So I think that's about 2 months ago. Because things have been a bit hectic at home with various things, it's yeah, it's been a strange time, to be honest. But I'm slowly getting back to it. The Q4 is a remarkable vehicle. I was absolutely amazed by it. I thought the range will never get us to Goodwood, and it did on one charge, which you don't expect. I mean, I did drive economically, but the bottom line is, even when I came back, well, not really foot to the floor, but as fast as you dare go nowadays on things like the M6, I was getting, well, I got back on one charge again. Yeah, I don't get it. Brand new 2000 Swift. I like the Swifts, because that's the thing I was wondering about this. Because you don't get a booster jet engine, what's a 1.5 Jimny engine like? Well, we all know, don't we? It's not the nippiest of engines in the world, but it is fun. And the thing is, it is a bit noisy under load. but because you've got the electric motor, it essentially works like a turbo, but it makes it far more economical. Even me driving flat out for the last week, well, I was getting 45 to the gallon pretty much all the time, so easily 55 upwards, I'd say. Have a look round it anyway. Yeah, the iX, Dave, is a fantastic car. Well, it's not surprising. It's a 90 grand SUV and it's fully teched up. I mean, I read this morning it can be automated to level 3, which I think is like Tesla level, isn't it? Where you don't need to do jack, you just curl up in the boot and go to sleep. So yeah, this has changed since the previous gen. For a start, it used to be like slatted, and they've done some more styling around here and just neatened it up. And they've added things like this, and even the profile of the vehicle. And this is to hark back to the Vitaras of old, which we all remember. For example, if I mention Vitara Wide Boy, who remembers that? X8M. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. One of the iX's M60, I think it's 1100 Newton meters of torque. I mean, you're talking super hypercar type thing, aren't you? But this, it's comfortable, big panoramic. You can adjust things like the seatbelt, and you've got decent legroom as well. Slightly smaller boot because it's the hybrid. Door cards, yeah, hard plastics, but you've got soft bits as well. Look, you've got funky styling like that, and this is also the AllGrip. With the hybrid system, they've done some tweaks on it as well. Look at that. Keyless entry button on the boot. I've completely confused it because the door's open. Yeah, no power tailgate, which I kind of expected then for some reason. The Maserati Grecale, I saw that at Goodwood, and I think I'm going to put a small video out, but it's going to be like a walk around on the outside because we couldn't really get that close to it. Look at that. So, decent boot size, and under here, ooh, look, some glue. Oh, and it stays like that. Perfect. So this is where your hybrid system is, your little battery and so on and so forth. There's me looking for a power tailgate button again. I will learn. Fair few bradges. Put my teeth in. Decent ride height, and to be perfectly honest, it's not bad off-road. Yeah, it's not a green laner by any way, shape or form, but that is quite deceptive and it will go over far more than you realise. But don't bang it. I love the addition of the black roof. Thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. Yeah, well, I think one of the SUVs that I liked was Letre, the Lotus one. Now that is a beautiful vehicle. I got on stage with that one, and I got to see exactly what it was like. And of all the SUVs, I'd probably have a Lotus, to be honest. It's something different as well. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. That's it. There's so many manufacturers now that like doing two-tone type stuff. And I think two-tone works on SUVs and small cars. Well, actually, two-tone works on pretty much everything, let's face it. Even Dorothy's two-tone, isn't she? She's 31 years old. By the way, we're off to Silverstone Classic in about 3 weeks. It's only going to cost me about £300 in fuel, eek. But it'll be a hell of an adventure. We're going on the retro run. Yeah, that's not surprising. It's like this. This is made in Hungary. I mean, I assume that's the EU. Geography is not my strongest suit. A lot of things are made in China. I mean, you've probably seen the announcement of the new MG4. That's going to shake up the car market, I tell you, especially with the price they've just released. Under 26 grand. Wow. 4-door family car. Yeah, so do I, Matt. Well, Dorothy's in there, sleeping. You might be able to see. Egger. Nearly broke the camera in the process, but there's Dorothy in her slumber. So there you go. the Suzuki Vitara, and more like a general chat as well. Yeah, I think I read something about it being 0 to 60 in 3 or 4 seconds actually as well. But it looks to be pretty specced up. But back to the fancy Vitara. You can see the design style, which harks back to the classic Vitara, especially if you just kind of close in and go, eh. But I think it looks a bit mini Range Rover with the clamshell bonnet. Yeah, one day, the 145's also slumbering too. See if we can catch a little glimpse of her. There we go. With these treats, we're really spoiling you, Mr. Thing. Ferrero Rocher. So there you have it. Any questions, anything you want to know about the Suzuki Vitara, please comment below. No, I love this colour. I think it really pops, as Annabelle would say. Lots of safety too, including adaptive. Yeah. I suppose the way the Jimneys are like a bit like a mini G-Wagon, this is a bit, when you come around on a certain angle, Range Rover-y. Look at that. Not what you thought you'd say about a Vitara. It does look like an end colour actually, yeah. I'll have another look inside actually, and I will show you AllGrip and all these other fancy things. We've got a little fuel computer in the middle. Styling with rotaries. The Swace. Now Dave, now you're talking. Not seen the Swace for a while. Yeah, a bit evoky, yeah. Basically baby Range Rover, innit? Yeah, EVOCQUERSTV. Engine, start, stop, that kind of thing. No, I'm just fooling with you. Got blind on this as well. I am enjoying this catch up. It's always nice to chat to Dave. And now Matt, it's good to have you on a live, to be honest. Few and far between nowadays. I'm glad it alerted you, to be honest, too. So, has anyone got any more questions? That's all right, I can talk, can't I? Everyone else has to type. Thank you for the thumbs ups, and if anybody fancies this kind of thing, please share it with them. Shameless plug. Please subscribe to the channel. You probably all are anyway. Stuck in bed with the temperature. Not always great, Matt. Get well soon. Let's see if we can see the deer. I managed to do half the garden. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can cover, to be honest. Ah, next week we've got some interesting vehicles as well. No, you're welcome, Matt. We've got 2 diesel pickups coming. So D-Max, we have, thank you. Yeah, I love it, to be honest. We've got the family of deer there, and if you look up, thank you, Matt, we've got an orchard that stretches all the way to that far house and the wall. So we've got a Hilux coming, and we've got a D-Max, and also we've got a rather special event to go to as well. Honda Civic launch, so we get to see the e-HEV. Hopefully there'll be a new Type R there. We won't be able to drive it, but we might be able to see it. They're also going to have some retro heritage cars, and Honda's heritage cars are amazing. And they've got a brand new Civic as well. Well, it's not brand new, it's new to them, and it's really old. I think it's 83, so you can guess at what model that'll be. But no, as far as the Suzuki goes, impressive motor. Quite fun, quite engaging. Even with a hybrid engine. And I think it's only about 100 brake horsepower. So there you have it. Right, I'll leave you to your Saturday afternoon. I'll get filming Annabelle's new segment. Thank you for joining me and have a good day. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, what's going on with Formula One and racing and generally all that Vorce type stuff. Everything's going a little bit crazy. Have a good day and thank you for joining me. Bye bye.